Part 7. We start to add to your skills. If you've seen or practiced the previous movements and techniques, it will be easy to follow, as you already know how this works. You can always revisit the previous parts if required. The attacker grabs the arm in this way. She flicks the arm upwards. If you notice, she's ready to raise her other arm as she raises his. The trick to this is to move your other arm on the outside of theirs like this, trapping their arm so they're unable to do anything with the other. At this point, immediately punch the way I described in Part 6. Step forward when you do. It's unlikely they'll be able to deal with this if done correctly, and it will give you time to escape. If you saw the last part of the series, you'll recognize some parts of this movement. There are many differences. It looks very similar to the movement in Part 6, but these differences can change everything. In the previous part, the attacker grabbed her right wrist with his right hand. In this movement, the attacker grabs her right wrist with his left hand. Now this subtle difference may seem to be the same at quick glance, but the difference here is the level of control he has, potentially. This is why reactions are so important. We have to get to the stage where we do things instinctively, like grab a cup when you're making a drink, and looking both ways when crossing the road. Here he grabbed her wrist. She uses the same movement as in Part 6. We see her shoulder rise. It makes it much easier than just bending your elbow. This is because of the use of rotational force in the shoulder. Instead of going from the outside of his arm, she lifts her hand from the inside. This is where the real difference starts. She doesn't flick his arm down, instead she flicks it up, releasing his grip as she raises her other arm towards the outside of his. This enables a person to gain a position of advantage. At this point, as you see here, her left wrist is used to lever his arm down. This is the point when multiple punches are applied, as in Part 6. Obviously, demonstrating something like this for you can be dangerous. If she had stepped forward while punching, then the impacts accumulate, resulting in a number of possible injuries to the attacker, giving you time to escape safely. A few things to note when raising your arm. It must be pointing straight up towards the sky. It will release the hold because of the angle of the attacker's wrist. Your other hand must be positioned on the outside of theirs, with your palm facing up. When punching, use the technique I described in Part 6. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, consider subscribing, leave a comment, and if you know someone that can find this useful, please share it with them. Until next time, keep a sharp eye and focus on your goals. Awareness will open your mind to something new.